Scene presents Canada Just Put Money Behind the People Who Build the Stage. The modern independent artist is fed a specific hustle: work harder, post more often, drive up engagement, and pray to the algorithm. The promise is that digital persistence alone will eventually lead to a sustainable career. The music industry frequently celebrates the independent aesthetic while actively consolidating the actual physical leverage. As musicians focus on their social feeds, the stages, ticketing systems, and promotion networks around them are being swallowed by corporate monopolies. The music middle class is disappearing because we have spent decades funding isolated creators while ignoring the underlying physical ecosystem that connects them to an audience. In April 2026, Canada's funding body, FACTHR, announced a $2 million investment aimed specifically at the supply chain. Instead of funding recordings, this capital goes to independent promoters and regional festivals. MakingAscene.org notes that this headline represents a shift in the balance of power. It determines who gets to choose the artists on stage and who gets to shape the culture that audiences actually see and hear. The Canada Music Fund treats music as a strategic cultural industry that requires infrastructure, not a hobby. By using business terms like competitiveness and stability, they signal that live music is a matter of national economic policy rather than simple arts charity. View the music industry as a supply chain. Promoters and festivals are the critical link between creator and consumer. FACTHR's investment targets this middle bottleneck directly, sharing financial risk to ensure local decision-makers have the resources to book homegrown talent. Investing in the promoter shifts the leverage of the entire local scene. It provides the financial backup necessary for independent organizers to take chances on local artists, who might otherwise be squeezed out by safer corporate-backed acts. This strategy is built on the concept of cultural sovereignty. It is the idea that a country has the right to have its own people shaping the rooms where its stories get told. When rising costs and outside capital move in, local independent promoters are often the first to be crushed. Without a financial buffer, foreign-owned monopolies can easily consolidate the market, turning local stages into outposts for outside interests. If local promoters disappear, the consequences are immediate. Local artists lose stages, communities lose their scene, programmed by distant algorithms. Treating promoters as critical infrastructure is a calculated defense of local identity. It ensures that the people who build the stage have the autonomy to decide who stands on it. The United States usually funds music in fragmented, project-based ways. National Endowment for the Arts grants provide vital help for specific projects, but they rarely offer the ongoing operating support needed to stabilize an independent live music ecosystem. We have proof the federal government can stabilize this infrastructure. During the pandemic, the Shuttered Venue Operators Grant provided $16 billion to keep businesses alive. The problem is that the U.S. currently treats live music infrastructure as a temporary emergency rescue rather than a long-term economic strategy. We write the check when the room is about to close, but rarely when the room is trying to build a ladder for new artists. A durable American strategy would involve a national live music fund strictly for independent promoters and mid-size venues.
It would focus on regional festivals and scenes outside of the major celebrity hubs, the places where a music middle class actually lives. Austin's Live Music Fund does this locally. Treating live music as economic infrastructure, the city increases revenue and creates jobs, proving cultural investment pays. True support must also address the digital side of the physical stage. We should subsidize ticketing and marketing systems that allow artists to own their fan data and direct sales, rather than letting that value be captured by corporate gatekeepers. Helping musicians build wealth means building a structural ladder of independence. If we wait for monopolies to create a middle class, we will be waiting a very long time. Check out the other great articles and resources on MakingAscene.org, the place the indie artist goes to build the new music industry.